the issue regarding the independence of the Election Commission and also about the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and the other election commissioners has always been in news, and now it is again in the news because of the bill which has been passed in the Rajya Sabha and has now been tabled in the Lok Sabha in the ongoing winter session. And this is what we will be discussing today. Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be discussing about the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners bill 2023. About the points of discussion, first about the news, then what the Supreme Court has said about the earlier recommendations that has been done, what is the proposed law, best practices done globally, and in the end prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is polity section, as the election commission, chief election commissioners and the issue of the appointment of other election commissioners is of utmost importance for you people, because the election commission, many questions have been asked both in prelims and in mains. So the news says on selecting election commissioners. So let's begin. So what has happened is on very recently, that is 12th of December, the Rajya Sabha has passed the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners appointment, conditions of office and terms of office bill 2023. So it is a bill, it has not been made an act till now. So it is proposed, whatever we will be studying, because till the time it does not become an act, everything will be in the proposed manner. Then it is waiting for the Lok Sabha approval. As the winter session is going on, this will be tabled, and it provides for the procedure of appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and other 2 election commissioners. As we all know that the Election Commission is a multi-member body. It is more than 2 members, and there are Chief Election Commissioner, which is 1, and then there is other election commissioners. So even though there is Chief Election Commissioners and then there are 2 election commissioners, so about their appointment things are majorly talked about, because about the appointment, this is majorly where the point of independence of election commission is raised. Now, what does the constitution say? So the article 324 of the Indian Constitution talks about the Election Commission of India, that is ECI. Knowing about the article becomes important whenever you are writing your mains answer writing and you are writing your answers in mains. If a question comes about the polity, then you need to mention about the article, and if you will mention in the starting, this will give a very good impression also, as you are aware about the constitutional aspects. So it consists of the Chief Election Commissioners and 2 other election commissioners, and the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and the other election commissioners are till now done by the President of India. So the appointment is done by the President of India. So you can say that it is the President of India which appoints the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners. And the existing parliamentary law provides for their conditions of service, but it does not talk about appointment of the president, appointment of the election commissioners or the Chief Election Commissioner of India. So conditions of service is something that has been talked about, but on the part of appointments, nothing has been said explicitly. Now about what the Supreme Court has said. So if we talk about the Anup Baranwal case of 2015, what was done was that legislative vacuum due to the absence of any law by Parliament. So the Supreme Court has said in the Anup Baranwal 2015 case that yes, there is an legislative vacuum because a law has not been made by the Parliament with regard to the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioners and the election commissioners. Then Independence of the Election Commission of India is essential for ensuring free and fair elections. Now, this has also been said by the Supreme Court that independence needs to be looked into, because if the appointment will not be made secure, if the appointments will not be independent, then the topic of the independence of the Election Commission of India will always be under scrutiny. And apart from the Election Commission of India, there are many other institutions which support constitutional democracy, that have independent mechanism for the appointments of its head and members. So in India, it is not that there are no other constitutional body or the constitutional democracy it maintains, it also has independent mechanism. Then the Election Commission of India, which is so important with regard to conducting elections in such a large democracy like India, then if we can have other institutions, then Election Commission of India can surely be made independent, and the law with regard to the appointment of the chief election commissioners and other election commissioners can also be made. And the other institutions are like the NHRC is National Human Rights Commission, or CBI is Central Bureau of Investigation. Then there are information commissioners, then there is Lokpal. So every entity, they have a certain selection committee which consists of few members, and this selection committee comes up with a name and then it goes to the President of India. So when these institutions can have a selection committee and then that selection committee can ensure independence, why is it that the Election Commission of India is not having it, or is not having any other mechanism till now? Now, about earlier recommendations. So there are few recommendations which has been made in earlier times. What are these? So if we talk about the Dinesh Goswami Committee on Electoral Reforms and the Law Commission, in its 255th report on electoral reforms, they have made an recommendation, and that is about appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners. So what they have said is that the committee consisting of the Prime Minister of India, Chief Justice of India, and the leader of the opposition or the largest opposition party in the Lok Sabha. So they have said that a committee should be made consisting of Prime Minister, Chief Justice of India, and the leader of the opposition or the largest opposition party in the Lok Sabha. So these three members should be there in the selection committee. And Supreme Court under Article 142 has enacted it till any law comes. So till the time any law or any act has been made with regard to the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and the election commissioners in India, under Article 142, to do the complete justice in any matter, Supreme Court said that this should be followed. Now about the proposed law. What the law has proposed now is that the Chief Election Commissioner and the election commissioners appointment, persons who are holding or have held a post equivalent to the rank of Secretary to the Government of India, they can only come with regard to this. Now this is a surety that the rank has to be of Secretary to the Government of India. Then the Chief Election Commissioner and the Election Commission shall be appointed by the President. Now this is done, that it should be appointed by the President. Recommendation of Selection Committee consisting of the Prime Minister of India, leader of opposition party in Lok Sabha, and a Union Cabinet Minister to be nominated by the Prime Minister. Now this is what the proposed law is saying about the selection committee. That selection committee should consist of Prime Minister, leader of the opposition party, and a Union Cabinet Minister, and it should be nominated by the Prime Minister. It means that earlier recommendation, there is a person who is missing, and that is the Chief Justice of India. So Chief Justice of India has been removed in the proposed law, and instead of the Chief Justice of India, a Union Cabinet Minister to be nominated by the Prime Minister has been added. And this is the point where again the independence of the Election Commission of India point will again be raised. Now, structured mechanism for identification of suitable persons for the post of CEC and EC. Identification of suitable persons. And what is required is a structured mechanism. So, with this proposed law, the attempt has been made to get a selection committee on law. So, if this bill becomes an act, then the selection committee with regard to the Chief Election Commissioner and the other election commissioners of the Election Commission of India will be made an act, and this is how the process will be done in the coming time if this proposed law becomes an act. Now, best practices globally. What is being done globally is that the selection and appointment of members to the electoral body varies between different democracies. Now, this is very obvious that different country will have their own structure. If we talk about South Africa, then the President of the Constitutional Court, representatives of the Human Rights Court and gender equality are involved. Then if we talk about the United Kingdom, then the House of Commons approves the candidate. House of Commons. And if we talk about the oldest democracy, that is the United States of America, then the appointment is done by the President and confirmed by the Senate. So if you will see that every country, different countries are having different provisions. Different countries are following different rules because every single country will look from their own perspective that what suits them and what does not suit them. Now in the end, a prelims MCQ, and this is a PYQ, and this will tell you that how the questions are being asked, and with each passing year the level of questions are being raised even higher. So consider the following statements. There are 3 statements given and we have to talk about the correct statement. The Election Commission of India is a 5-member body. Just see that it is explicitly written 5. Then the Union Minister of Home Affairs decides the election schedule for the conduct of both general elections and by-elections. Union Ministry of Home Affairs, general elections and by-elections. Important words. Third, Election Commission resolves the disputes relating to splits, mergers of recognized political party. So these are the 3 statements. Try to read the important words. Codes given are 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 2 and 3 only, and 3 only. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.